Good evening.
Hello.
Welcome to the channel. My name is Ian, this is Jane.
Hi.
And we're doing the Edinburgh Fringe. We've been spending quite a bit of time at Summerhall today, and this is our second show of the day, which was at 3:20 this afternoon. And this was in the Summerhall Anatomy Lecture Theatre. Now that's a place that we absolutely love, but I think there's an issue with this particular show in that venue, but we're going to come on to that. Do you want to read the little synopsis bit?
So, Double Drop, Dirty Protest Theatre, New Writing Drama, North Wales, 1995. Traditional ceremonies of Eisteddfod Druids collide with the transcendence of a rave. Mind-bending new play with original music by BBC Radio 2 Folk Award winners Nienbach. And then the stage, this is a quote from the stage, bards and beats come crashing together hilariously.
I don't think it was hilarious. I thought it was, what attracted us to this was the fact that we have seen Nienbach play live, and I've listened to her albums quite a bit, so I'm a bit of a fan. And I just think that this piece of theatre in that venue was just wrong. Where we were sat was, and actually anybody coming to Summerhall, I'd be careful of this, because we normally sit either in the centre. We've seen 3 shows there, this Fringe. Once we sat in the centre, the show, yes, was it yesterday? Anyway, we went to another show, didn't we?
And we were definitely on the right.
No, it was this morning. It's first show this morning.
Sorry,
yeah.
yes, yeah.
And we were on the left-hand side as you're coming through the door. This time, we were on the right-hand side, which we've not sat there before. And I really struggled with the reverberation of the room. I was the background music speaker was too loud where we were, and I actually ended up putting earplugs in, not to actually just deaden the sound, but to try and cut down the reverb, because it was almost impossible to hear some of the dialogue, because it's a sort of amphitheatre. We'll include a picture so you can see it. We've done that before, and the actors, they sort of move around the space, so there are quite a few times when your back's to them. And I think I would have enjoyed this in a different, well, I'd enjoyed this a lot more. I didn't not enjoy it, but I thought it was hampered by the environment in a big way, so that I didn't get all of it.
I missed loads. I found, there was so much energy, the two actors.
I thought they were fab.
And I loved the energy when we came into the room initially. And then they did some sort of traditional singing,
Which
and the
was
harmonies.
beautiful.
It was absolutely amazing.
And
Their
actually,
voices were wow.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, they were using microphones for that bit. They weren't using microphones for the rest. Because of the reverberation of the room, that added to their singing, I thought.
Yes.
Because I thought...
Well, that was clear,
Yeah,
and
it was,
there was, it was quite pure. But because there was this, storyline about the rave, and as the bit of blurb said, there was the parallel between one of the characters had excelled at the Eisteddfod and was being given an honour.
She was being a druid.
She was being inaugurated into becoming a druid. But equally, there was the rave culture was going on, sort of parallel to this. So we had an awful lot of loud rave music. Well, because they were quite excitable characters most of the time, when you're excited, your sort of pitch of your voice.
They were shouting, weren't they?
And it's got nothing to do with their Welsh accents.
No.
But when that combination, I couldn't hear a thing of the dialogue.
Yeah.
So, I was sort of loosely following the fact that she didn't want to accept it, and that really upset her mum. but we had all the stuff going on at the rave, and I really, I just, every so often I was able to pluck some of the dialogue and sort of follow it, but it really spoilt my enjoyment. And I don't, as Ian said, I don't think it was their fault. I think it was in the wrong, completely the wrong space.
I mean, it looked to me, looking around the audience, that most people who were not sat on our side were enjoying it better than we were, and obviously we've seen
that's
things.
a bit subjective, though, isn't it?
It is, but of course it's very subjective.
Yeah,
but clearly we can only really talk about what happened where we were sat, and having sat in there before, and seen things which were perfectly all right with people singing and things.
And certainly their characterisation was, you know, I can't fault that.
No.
And one of the two actors, she played an older. Well, she played two older women.
Yeah.
She played a boy.
Yeah.
And she played somebody, I'm not quite sure, mid-teens possibly.
Yeah.
Or anyway, and she
was great.
Really inhabited those characters incredibly well.
I mean, I think realistically, we need to see this in a different venue. Now, it's not going to happen at this Fringe, but we should, you know, if it comes back, I would say it comes back next year or it tours. I would definitely like to see this again, and I would like to see it in somewhere.
I don't think I appreciated
appropriate.
It properly.
No.
Properly.
I did appreciate it, but I didn't appreciate it properly. But no, because it was impossible to appreciate it properly. You know, and we can only score it on what we saw. I think it's based on what we understood of what we saw. For me, it's a 3-star show. I would like it. I think if we saw it in a different venue, it would be 4 stars. But I am yet, and I'm open to being able to see it somewhere else in the future. And I'll keep an eye on it.
Well, it was a 3 for me, and quite a low 3 because I just,
you know,
I couldn't follow it.
And it's not their fault.
No.
They maybe didn't, you know, maybe they didn't have a choice of venue, and this is becoming a bit of a problem for Summer Hall because it's an old building, you know, it's
completely. So there's no soft furnishings anywhere.
It's all stone and wood. So it's like a very live, reverberant echo chamber of sorts, really. You know, and we were for the last show we were in a room, a bigger room, but the same sort of setup. They managed it slightly better, but that's for a different day. That's for a different review. But it is a real shame because I enjoyed it to a point, but I didn't.
Well, you enjoyed it more than I did.
I didn't really follow it all. That's the problem. And I think I would have enjoyed it a lot more.
So I was sort of felt a bit adrift.
Yeah, and it's a shame.
And I was really struggling, and I just couldn't.
But if you do go and see it, don't sit on the left-hand side. Sit in the middle or at the right. Don't sit on the right-hand side as you come in. Sit on the left-hand side. I'm trying to think where the door is, where you have to come in. I'll try and sit in the middle. I don't know what it's like further up the back because we were on the first row, weren't we, in this case? So it's Summers Hall Anatomy Lecture Theatre, 3:20 every day till the end of the Fringe, which is the 28th. There's no show on the 22nd and the 15th. The cost is £13, £10 concession. Anything else?
Nope.
Thanks so much for watching. 3-star review. We'll see you next time. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Bye.